Welcome back to FutureVision Talks. Today, we're tackling a question that's shaping the very fabric of our world. What does science actually say about our future with AI? It's easy to get lost between the headlines, from doomsday predictions to utopian promises. But beneath all that noise, real data, real experiments, and real people are already living with AI every day. And joining me once again is Dr. Adrian Cole, neuroscientist, AI ethicist, and author of The Synthetic Mind. Adrian, I want to start simple. Are we overreacting about AI, or are we not reacting enough?
That's the paradox, Jordan. Humanity has a long history of underestimating technology early on and overestimating it later. When electricity arrived, people thought it would solve poverty. When the internet came, we believed it would make everyone smarter and freer. AI is no different. Science tells us it's both a massive accelerator of progress and a magnifier of chaos, depending on how we guide it.
So let's start with the science. What are researchers actually finding when they look at how AI impacts work, creativity, and society?
Let's take work first. A 2024 MIT study found that only 5% of companies using AI are seeing measurable profit. That means 95% are struggling, either because they rushed into it or because their systems aren't delivering real value yet. But that doesn't mean AI isn't powerful. It just means it's immature. Think of it like a child genius, full of potential but prone to making spectacular mistakes. In one experiment at Stanford, teams using generative AI completed tasks 40% faster, but their error rate doubled. Efficiency up, accuracy down. That's where we are right now, and it mirrors every major technological shift in history.
So it's kind of like we're speeding up, but not necessarily moving in the right direction.
Exactly. AI has become this strange mirror. It shows us our ambitions, but it also amplifies our flaws. And here's something fascinating. Neuroscientists have found that when people work alongside AI tools, their brains literally light up differently on fMRI scans. There's a measurable drop in the brain regions associated with memory recall and problem solving. In plain English, when AI helps you too much, your brain relaxes too much. That's not laziness, it's neural delegation. Our brains are learning to outsource thinking itself.
That's both amazing and a little terrifying. It sounds like AI is rewiring not just our economy, but our biology.
It is, and we're barely scratching the surface. Take education. In one controlled study, students who used AI to draft essays performed better on short-term tasks, but struggled to reproduce the same quality without it later. They became assistive learners rather than independent thinkers. This doesn't mean we should avoid AI. It just means we need new habits, new literacy. Learning how to ask is becoming as important as knowing how to answer.
That's profound. But I want to shift to a question our listeners keep asking. Will AI take our jobs, or will it just change them?
Let's separate myth from data. The World Economic Forum predicts that by 2030, AI will displace about 85 million jobs, but create 97 million new ones. That's a net gain, but it hides a brutal truth. Those new jobs won't go to the same people who lost the old ones. It's a skills revolution. The jobs most at risk are structured, repetitive, and predictable. The safest ones are human-centered, creative, and strategic. Imagine a world where you're not replaced by AI, you're replaced by someone who knows how to use it better.
That's the scary part, right? AI isn't a robot army taking over. It's just better coworkers.
Exactly. And that's why economists call this the productivity paradox. We see record growth in automation, but flat productivity, because technology alone doesn't make us better. Habits do. Look back at the Industrial Revolution. Machines didn't make people richer right away. It took decades, labor reforms, education, new industries. AI is our generation's version of that.
So we're still in the rough draft of the AI era. But let's talk about the emotional side. The fear, the burnout, the uncertainty. How are humans psychologically coping with this shift?
Excellent question. The short answer is not very well. A 2025 Harvard survey found that 1 in 3 workers reported AI-related anxiety, fear that their roles could be automated or made obsolete. And that's not just blue-collar work. Writers, designers, lawyers, even doctors all are feeling the ground shift beneath their feet. But the deeper layer is identity. For centuries, work has been how we define ourselves. If AI starts doing our jobs, what happens to our sense of purpose?
That's something we rarely talk about. It's not just economics, it's existential.
Exactly. And when machines become creative, humans must become philosophical. We have to redefine what meaningful work even is. I tell my students this: the goal isn't to beat AI, it's to become the only thing AI can't: authentically human. That means emotion, ethics, intuition, context, all the messy, beautiful parts of being alive that can't be statistically predicted.
So, if we were to imagine the future, say 2035, what are the 3 most likely scenarios for how AI and humans coexist?
I love this thought experiment. Let's paint the picture. Scenario 1, the Renaissance era. AI becomes an invisible partner, handling tedious tasks, freeing people to create, invent, and collaborate. Work weeks shrink to 4 days, creativity surges, and small startups build global empires from home offices. This is the best-case scenario: humans in the loop. Scenario 2, the stagnation era. AI integrates unevenly. Some companies thrive, others collapse. Inequality widens. People use AI every day, but feel more isolated, less inspired. Productivity rises, happiness doesn't. Scenario 3, the collapse era. Automation outpaces adaptation. Governments fail to retrain workers fast enough. The result: social unrest, distrust in institutions, and the generational identity crisis. Not because AI was evil, but because we didn't prepare.
So, our future depends not on what AI can do, but on what we choose to do with it.
Exactly. AI is not destiny, it's direction, and direction is a human choice. If we invest in education, ethics, and empathy, we move towards scenario 1. If we chase only profit, we drift towards scenario 3. Science gives us data, wisdom gives us choice.
Beautifully said. Before we wrap up, I want to touch on something you once said off camera, that AI won't replace humans, but humans who ignore AI will be replaced by those who don't. Can you expand on that?
Of course. That line came from observing the 2020s tech landscape. When the internet first arrived, most companies ignored it and died. AI is the same story, just faster. You don't have to become a coder or data scientist. You just need AI fluency, knowing what it can and can't do. In the near future, every job will involve AI in some form, whether you're a chef using it to design recipes or a teacher using it to customize lessons. AI won't erase your creativity. It will amplify it if you learn to guide it.
So, what's the single most important skill to have in an AI-driven future?
Adaptability. Not technical skill, not memory, not credentials, but learning agility. Because in a world where knowledge updates daily, static expertise dies fast. Those who can unlearn and relearn will lead. In evolutionary terms, AI is the new environment, and adaptability is survival.
That's the perfect note to end on. Dr. Adrian Cole, thank you for helping us see through the noise with science, reason, and a little bit of humanity.
Thank you, Jordan. And to everyone listening, remember, technology only defines the world if we let it. The future isn't written by algorithms. It's written by us.
If you enjoyed this episode of FutureVision Talks, make sure to subscribe, share your thoughts below, and tell us, which future do you think we're heading toward? Until next time, I'm Jordan, and this was FutureVision Talks, where we don't just predict the future, we understand it.